launcher. We seldom see that,
Okay.
but it's best to be
Okay,
in the
Levan,
final
tingala.
moments, especially or in CQCs where
Okay,
glue walls or a lot of glue walls are
play
involved.
part
But
of the
godlike, this is not what we expect
Eh,
coming
Godal
from
na
the
bitar
team
kare.
elimination, especially if they're trying to catch up. They need plenty of
Godal
points. But
wala
Boss, though,
NXT
dealing
lang.
with Straw Hats from when we thought they're the ones who will be doing the gatekeeping, Straw Hats needs to pull away.
Straw Hats. And all these teams, they realize, right, it's important for them to also activate the champion rush. And that's why they're trying to play it safe. But now Shock, he goes in to revive his teammates. I don't know how successful he was, but Expand, they've got that elimination. 12 eliminations. My goodness, they're still picking up eliminations to make sure that they have a champion rush so active and so strong that they become the champions itself.
Autobots the രണ്ട് elimination.
It's
Godalum
very
രണ്ട്,
close.
TG 4,
Close for
NXT
X-Man, but
4.
they're still being
Di ba,
aggressive. Again,
ang ano patingin ako,
there's no reward of being that number one. All they have to do is be that booyah taker for this game. But I guess they don't want to lose that momentum. They want to eliminate as much team as possible so that towards the 10-minute mark, they will need to deal with only a few teams. And the same story with the rest of the squad. So why not just let them do those elimination? But, well, you know, if Expand is on the roll, they're on the roll. But hopefully they're not the one rolling on the ground.
Aura gets eliminated.
Team
Again, that's sad news for their team. A team which looks so strong when it comes to the regression is unable to read this lobby right. Team Hind on the other side, now they approach one corner of a map, another team. Fan favorites, to be frank. And they've already proven themselves and they've already proven themselves and that sly player from Straw Hats who's been hiding behind that container is just gonna hide there, and Team Hind have no clue whatsoever. Wash on the other side is now gonna be challenged, and Shock might have a bit of an edge.
Not so much of HP remaining for Ars right now. As this dual fold goes down without the recovery happening, Shock would be shocking him down. And there you have it. Ars is shell-shocked. Shell-shocked for the moment, and 5 elimination being grabbed by Straw Hats. But this is one thing that worries me. Only one team being taken out. Even Revan Export has a good chance of reviving their teammates. I stand corrected. Because Extreme X says no. But okay, 2 teams being eliminated. But 10-minute mark, very close towards the end. And this is not looking good for Autobots as well as Expand, who's aiming for that booyah.
Neptune, I'm kind of sad. The water and the zone are starting to have a breakup within themselves. And the circle is trying to get away from the waterways, and that means Autobots who have been holding closely to the shorelines will now have to reposition themselves or hold on to the spot for the longest time possible. Sadly, they've also got a split going on, a 1v2 or a 2v2 split. They need to be careful because the closest team to them right now is got to be Team Hind.
Let's see now. Team Hind right now might be able to go in and jump directly on them. Now, will they be able to do this? Because, again, if you want to anticipate, you should expect that another team will be taking that. Kunal. Now, I'm seeing that Kunal is using this as a bait. So if Kunal gets spotted or shoot at Team Hind, then they or the rest of the squad of Autobots might be able to gang up on them. But Hind chooses to jump in above them. And now KD God's the one falling down. And will they be able to go for the pickup? Because here comes Autobots trying to bring them down.
Autobots need to be careful. They've already lost a player. It's a 3v3 situation. Johan, he needs to survive. They get shut down by Team Hind. What a push that was. They took down Kunal first and then immediately look at how desperate they are to save their sniper as well as the IGL. KD got at a distance, treatment gone, trying to keep him alive. And eventually, they might be getting that revival as well.
I didn't even know the treatment gun can go that far, but that's smart.
One but he uses on a player, and Straw Hats have left out with just a single player not interested to shoot down Sabo, and that could be a little bit problematic. Straw Hats at a distance, godlike, a very prime position. Straw, to be careful, godlike have an idea. At the same time, Let's not forget Expand still survives. He's still taking fights out here. And this time they've got Aki in front of them.
பாப்போம்.
That was a battle of Southeast Asia right here.
Oh.
Expand is, but on the side, Yogi did manage to end Straw Hats. Now Reset has been taken down. Quick pickup has been done, but
Oh,
here comes
சரியான fight
the
நடந்துகிட்டு இருக்கு guys.
Expand. Belly
Super
stand
fight.
on them.
PHP
Not
க்கும்
that has
AK
happened, but
க்கும் ஒரு
Expand
சரியான
has
fight
faced
நடக்குது.
Reset
ஒரு
on
2v4
the
situation.
ground.
Oh, knock ஆயிட்டாங்க.
And Ohio saying, oh,
பாப்போம்,
bio,
பாப்போம்.
as Expand take this high ground.
Okay.
Expand one player down, and I wonder who is shooting at
Oh,
them.
Gadal
Godlike from the
அங்க
other
Gadal
side.
team இருக்கு.
So be
வந்துட்டாங்க.
careful. Expand have already
ஏற்கனவே
got
வந்து
the
eliminate
momentum
ஆயிட்டாங்க.
going, and can
eliminate
they
ஆயிட்டாங்க.
win this
இப்போ வந்து
championship?
Godlike-க்கும்
Because they've been showcasing
PHP-க்கும்
some
இப்போ
phenomenal
fight நடக்க
gameplay
போகுது.
from the
வாங்க பாப்போம்.
beginning, and now they tend to push
Oh,
towards
rush பண்ணி
Godlike,
போயிட்டு
who are
இருக்காங்க.
also desperate for
Rush
elimination.
பண்றாங்க.
If
Oh, ஒரு
Godlike
3v4
pulls off, they
situation.
activate the champion rush.
Gadal
And
அடிப்பாங்க.
Team
Oh,
Win
sorry.
to side
4v3 situation.
Look at them.
Gadal அடிப்பாங்களா? Oh, பாப்போம்.
Take head on.
காடல் மார்க்கோ எல்லாமே அங்க இருக்காங்க ஒரு டீமா இருக்காங்க சோ இங்கேயும் ஒரு டீம் இருக்கு அங்க ஓ NXT டீம் வந்து இந்த கேப்ல வந்து எலிமினேட் ஆயிருக்காங்க गाइस சோ இங்க EXP-க்கும் காடலுக்கும் ஒரு ஃபைட் நடக்குது ஒரு ரஷ் பண்ணி வராங்க காடல் நாக்ஸி காடல் மார்க்கோ ரஷ் பண்ணி வராரு ஓ வந்துட்டாங்க ஒரு சரியான ஃபைட் வால்ஸ்க்கும் நாக்ஸிக்கும் ஓ நாக்ஸி நாக் ஆயிருக்காங்க மார்க்கோ நாக் ஆயிருக்காங்க ஒரு 1v3 சிச்சுவேஷன் கஷ்டம் ஓ காடல் எலிமினேட் ஆயிட்டாங்க
Close to being the champion of this game. Only Team Hind in front of them who might be able to stop it.
Perigon brings his team, brings the cavalry back into this fight. Expand on the other side, trying to make sure that they have the quality for themselves. The distance, the containers.
இப்போ யாருக்கு இந்த மேட்ச் இருக்க போகுது அப்படிங்கறத வாங்க பாப்போம் சோ ஒரு 4v4 சிச்சுவேஷன்
Spread around, trying to read where the circle is going to move next. Whereas Expand on the other side, Luki getting away from that position, trying to get information of the opponents. Not going to be an easy job. Shots have been taken against an offing far away. Blue wall melters coming in. I believe Team Hind, it's time for them to strike, but it's not going to be easy. Zion gets taken on. Waltz on the other side is trying to do his best. Offing and Luffy, they've done amazing.
situation,
And now Team Hind in deep trouble.
Oh my God.
Shoto is
Oh my God,
getting
oh my
out of the
God.
zone. Expand is
1v1 situation, guys.
Shoto
1v1
versus
ஓகே டீம் இந்த வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா அந்த மேட்சை ஜெயிச்சிட்டாங்க गाइस
coming in from their
டீம்
side. Shoto
ஃபைனலி
joined the
ஊயா
team as the MVP player.
ஒரு சரியான மேட்ச் லாஸ்ட்ல ரொம்ப
And they deny Expand.
லாஸ்ட்ல சூப்பரா இருந்துச்சு गाइस மேட்ச் ஓகே
When we thought that Malaysia is going to take the crown, it is Team Hind who didn't really aggress that much from that final.
Okay.
But on
गाइस சீரியஸ்லி சரியான மேட்ச் गाइस டீம் இந்த ஜெயிச்சிருக்காங்க அந்த மேட்ச்ல
just the
ஆமாங்க பாருங்க எவ்வளவு ஜாலியா இருக்காங்க
for the best, and he managed to land that finishing blow, denying Expand for the championship.
Shoto
ஓகே
putting up a
गाइस இந்த ஒரு மேட்ச் ஓ
1v3.
காட் லைக்
I would
எலிமினேட் ஆன
love to
கிளிப்
see
போடுறாங்க
how that went down. Trust me when I say this was the moment Shoto sees. And let me tell you, he was taking that fight outside of the circle and I was expecting him to get taken down. And look at him, oh, it's a 1v4. Which he has pulled off an amazing one if you ask me, because Luki, he was trying to get in closer and eventually takes advantage of the zone, gets inside, turns around to land one, gets that booyah in their name.
Now, one thing I would say for Expand right there, they got a little bit too confident, over too confident.
பூயா எடுத்துட்டாங்க ஓ
That you go for
ஒரு நல்ல பூயா गाइस லாஸ்ட்ல மேட்ச் திருப்பி போடுற பூயா ஒன்லி ஒன் சரியான
because of the numbers that they have. They
பாப்போம் யார் ஜெயிப்பாங்க அப்படிங்கிறது
that the zone will be closing in. They try to chase Shoto out, but it's just
Okay,
Shoto
chocolate பண்ணாங்க.
in a little faster. 32
பர்கர் டீம் ஆப்ல
points, and
பாத்தீங்கன்னா
what is
இதான்
they
guys
have
ஹெட்
achieved.
ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பிளேஸ்ல வந்து டீம் இங்க இருக்காங்க செகண்ட் பிளேஸ்ல வந்து எக்ஸ்பேண்ட் இருக்காங்க தேர்ட் பிளேஸ்ல டீம் ஆக்கி அப்படி இருக்காங்க ஃபோர்த் பிளேஸ்ல டிவா யுனைடெட் ஹோராஸ் ஃபிஃப்த் பிளேஸ்ல ஸ்ட்ரா ஹேட்ஸ் சிக்ஸ்த் பிளேஸ்ல எக்ஸ்பி கிட்ஸ்
Crowded right now.
செவன்த் பிளேஸ்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா NXT போட்டுருக்காங்க எய்த் பிளேஸ்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா கார்லிக் போட்டுருக்காங்க நைன்த் பிளேஸ்ல ஹோராஸ் போட்டுருக்காங்க 10th பிளேஸ்ல ரெவனன்ஸ் ஸ்பார்க் போட்டுருக்காங்க 11th பிளேஸ்ல வந்து ஐக்யூ டோட்டல் கேமிங் இருக்காங்க 12th பிளேஸ்ல ஆட்டோபாட்ஸ் இ ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் இருக்காங்க
Having a deja vu. Godlike.
ஸோ கைஸ் நம்ம தமிழ்நாடு டீம்ல இருந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இப்போதைக்கு டாப்ல இருக்கிறது வந்து காட் லைக் தாங்க காட் லைக் 8th பிளேஸ்ல இருக்காங்க ஆட்டோபாட்ஸ் 12th பிளேஸ்ல இருக்காங்க
But this time
பாப்போம்
around,
நம்ம தமிழ்நாட்டுல இருந்து யார் ஜெயிக்க போறா அப்படிங்கறத
and now Team India have activated it in the fourth or
ஓகே
fifth game.
டோட்டல்
Just
பாயிண்ட்
three
எடுத்துட்டாங்க
points for them.
ஓகே ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பிளேஸ்ல
Need
எக்ஸ்பேண்ட்
to
இருக்காங்க
make sure
செகண்ட்
that they
பிளேஸ்ல
win
ஆட்டோபாட்ஸ்
quickly, or
ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ்
else
இருக்காங்க
to
गाइस
the other two to
செகண்ட்
walk away with
பிளேஸ்ல
the championship.
ஆட்டோபாட்ஸ் ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் இருக்காங்க
Well, let's see though, as we see three
ஆட்டோபாட்ஸ் தாங்க செகண்ட் பிளேஸ் தேர்ட் பிளேஸ்ல டீம் இருக்காங்க ஃபோர்த் பிளேஸ்ல கார்ட்லெட் ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் இருக்காங்க ஃபிஃப்த் பிளேஸ்ல NXT ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் இருக்காங்க சிக்ஸ்த் பிளேஸ்ல டிவா யுனைடெட் ஹோரஸ் இருக்காங்க செவன்த் பிளேஸ்ல ஐகோ டோட்டல் கேமிங் இருக்காங்க எயித் பிளேஸ்ல ஸ்ட்ராக்ஸ் இருக்காங்க நைன்த் பிளேஸ்ல எக்ஸ்ட்ரீம் எக்ஸ் இருக்காங்க டென்த் பிளேஸ்ல டீம் ஆக்கி இருக்காங்க 11th பிளேஸ்ல ரவானன் எக்ஸ் பார்க் இருக்காங்க 12th பிளேஸ்ல ஓரா ஸ்போர்ட் இருக்காங்க गाइस சைஸ் நம்ம தமிழ்நாடு சைடுல இருந்து ஆட்டோபாட்ஸ் ஜெயிப்பாங்களா
just from that match, we
பாப்போம் ஆட்டோபாட்ஸ் ஜெயிக்கணும் ஓகே நம்ம தமிழ்நாடுல இருந்து ஜெயிக்கணும் பாருங்க இத்தனை மேட்ச் நடந்திருக்கு முதல்ல பெர்முடால பாத்தீங்கன்னா எக்ஸ்பேண்ட் ஜெயிச்சிருக்காங்க ரெண்டாவது மேட்ச் ஆட்டோபாட்ஸ் தான் ஜெயிச்சிருக்காங்க கல்லாரி மேப்ல தேர்ட் மேட்சும் சோலரால ஆட்டோபாட்ஸ் தான் ஜெயிச்சிருக்காங்க நெக்ஸ்ட்ரால எக்ஸ்பேண்ட் ஜெயிச்சிருக்காங்க
as another game.
பர்கேட்ரியில பாத்தீங்கன்னா டீம் இருந்து ஜெயிச்சிருக்காங்க
Shodo stepping up
சோ பாப்போம்
forward
கேம்
this
MVP
game.
பாத்தீங்கன்னா
What an amazing
ஷூட்டா
fight
இருக்காங்க
he took in that
ஹிந்தி
final
ஷூட்டா
game.
தான் இருக்காரு
The M5
11 கில் அடிச்சிருக்காரு டேமேஜ் 3500 டேமேஜ் எடுத்திருக்காரு 4 அசிஸ்ட் பண்ணிருக்காரு
weaklings first.
சோ இந்த ஸ்கில் பாருங்க ஒரு நல்ல ஸ்கில்
Them down and ultimately
ஒரு ரஷருக்கான ஸ்கில் தான் கைஸ் வச்சிருக்காரு ஆண்டோனியோ நிக்கிதா ஜோசப் ஆஸ்கார் வச்சிருக்காரு M590 கிங் கைஸ் இவரு
final circle.
ட்ரெக்கி பெட் வச்சிருக்காரு டீம் பூஸ்டர் வச்சிருந்திருக்காரு சோ
This is where things
பாத்துக்காங்க.
are interesting.
ஒரு நல்ல கேரக்டர்
That's
ஸ்கில்
the reason why he managed to survive that final battle.
Yeah.
The Gangster Spirit on a passive skill gives you a little bit of extra in the shield points, and it just gives you more of recovery as well and survivability as well in that final battle. And you can see for a fact that it's not just aggression.
பாப்போம்
He's sporting
டீம்
himself,
ஸ்டாட்ஸ் பாக்குறோம்
and he did manage to get that clutch.
பாத்துக்கங்க
Even the rest of the squad.
ரெண்டு ரஷர் இருக்காங்க ஒரு பாமர் இருக்காங்க
With that
ஒரு ரைஃபிள் இருக்காங்க
also
ஓகே
that time turner coming from that chrono for Wolven,
ஸ்கில்லாம் ஒரு நல்ல ஸ்கில் தான் guys.
as well coming from Sahil Jad.
நல்ல ஒரு
With its Kyle,
Team up boy.
pretty much overall standard build when it comes to a normal team. But
வால்வின் ஸ்கில் கேடி காட் ஸ்கில் சாயில் ஜெட் எல்லாரோட ஸ்கில்லுமே பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு
risking really that
அந்தந்த ஒரு ஸ்கில்
Tiva who can revive the rest
பிளேயருக்கான ஸ்கில் தான் guys.
equalize it, but it's a good thing it was Shoto who ended it and managed to pull that
And how they played this game was also interesting, if you ask me, because Wolverine, Shiljard, and KD God, their primary aspect was to make sure Shoto survives. He's got that Wolverine, which might come into play at the end moment. He's got 11 eliminations for the 11 knockouts, which he put down. He's clinical. 3,500 damage for 11 eliminations. I take it any day.
Well, let's see now. I mean, anyone
தொடர்ந்து
can,
பார்ப்போம்.
will really take that if you have a double-digit elimination and double-digit knockdown as well. And I'm just loving that there's more on the board that's chasing against Autobots as well as Expand. Now it's seeing him right here. And we also witnessed from earlier, I guess we are going to see that as well in the circle analysis on how how Team Hind managed to survive for long, because they were not that aggressive, but they managed to get just enough points. And I'm looking for Team Hind right now. Hopefully, I'll be able to spot them.
They're at the very
before
bottom,
second
right, near
trip.
Favor Brigade.
ஓகே சர்க்கிள் அனாலிசிஸ் கிராண்ட் ஃபினாலே பாருங்க
And then they come back and they hold on to that position. EXE comes in closer, evades them, goes for a deeper rotation, sees Autobots, jumps upon them, waits for the rest of the teams to fight it out, and that is where they were spectating the whole lobby. They're like, let's wait it out, let's wait it out. We've got a good compound, and then they jump in and they jiggle around at the edges. No body from that team went into the center of the circle, and that's one of the reasons why they have done so well. But one thing which I'm shocked to see is that even though they were evading fights, they've got eliminations in every single circle.
கமெண்ட் கைஸ் லைவ் பார்க்கறவங்க லைக் ஷேர் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க மறக்காம நம்ம இன்ஸ்டா பேஜை ஃபாலோ பண்ணிக்கோங்க
Where you stand in terms of the rankings. And I think the similar approach has happened earlier when some of the teams are just catching up in terms of points to activate that champion rush condition. But one thing I would say though is Team Hind's decision to take that small pier towards that river against which one was that? Extreme X.
Yeah.
That's one thing that we didn't expect that they would have won.
கைஸ் ஆட்டோபாட்ஸ் தான் கைஸ் ஜெயிப்பாங்க
That they split up, and we also
Yeah.
noticed that healing just to make sure that everyone
ஆட்டோபாட்ஸ் காட் லைக்
until the
ரெண்டு பேர்ல யாராவது ஜெயிச்சிட்டாங்கன்னா
I'm talking about. That's what Expand could have done.
தமிழ்நாடுக்கு ஒரு
Using their teammates
அடையாளம் இருக்கும் இது ஏன்னா இது ஏசியா மேட்ச் கைஸ் ஸோ
before they go for
எல்லா
rush.
கண்ட்ரில இருந்து வந்திருக்காங்க
They were just a little bit too overconfident, thus they didn't grab that booyah.
Absolutely, but again, Kunal's position for Autobots was kind of questionable if you ask me. He was away from his team, a 1v3, was expecting that Team Hind will go on top of that building and that is where he'll be able to shoot them down. But KD God was clever enough. He was like, he sent the rest of his squad thinking similarly. He was like, I'll give you a backup from here. And as soon as he saw that Kunal is still alive on his right side, he shoots him down. Makes sure that Autobots are under pressure and from a distance does an amazing job. He gets taken down, but that doesn't matter, right? Because ultimately his teammate was able to pull it off properly.
Exactly. Now, we're anticipating on how this is going to end right now. Turn up, especially in our game number 6. The next map would be in a very difficult position, I believe, that we don't have any idea yet on what's going to happen into these games.
Yeah.
If we set our minds straight, some of the teams, like the 3 teams that we're looking for to be the champions, Expand, Autobots, as well as Team Hind, they need to be cautious. They need to be silent right now. Just get a few elimination, especially if they have no way out, because we can see already that they can go for those knocks. They can go for those elimination, but it's more of a passive approach right now. But this time, this is what we're waiting for, the map randomizer, to find out what our game number 6 is. So let's bring it on, and hopefully it is something good.
Hopefully, I mean, I am looking forward for it. But again, ladies and gentlemen, share it among your friends to make sure that this map of Solara is going to be shining brighter than the rest. And it's going to happen very, very soon. But again, you know, I just love this energy which has been put out by these players. I am not saying that the competition is weak in this lobby. Eventually, in the beginning, we thought that like Autobots have got a complete control of this tournament, and all of a sudden every other team is stepping up. And guess what, it's not the team who got that chance, it's the team from the bottom of the table who are rising up to the occasion and activating the champion roster. So hopefully we'll be able to see something unique take place in the map of Solara.
ஒரு டீமும் என்ட்ரி ஆரம்பிச்சாங்க லீடர் போர்ட்ல ஃபர்ஸ்ட்ல இருந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஆட்டோபஸ் தான் ஜெயிச்சிருக்க மாதிரி ஆனா ஆட்டோபஸ் தொடர்ந்து ஜெயிச்சிட்டு இருக்காங்க சரியான ஒரு ஸ்கில்ல காமிச்சிட்டு இருக்காங்க
and they have done
நல்ல ஒரு கேம் ப்ளே गाइस ஆட்டோபஸ் வந்து ஆட்ஸ் ஆஃப் டு ஆட்டோபஸ்
one of Booyah as well as Godlike, but
தொடர்ந்து ஆட்டோபஸ் ஜெயிக்க வேண்டியது
is currently third.
கடைசி ஒரு லாக் ஜோன்ல
this time grab that Booyah, they might be able to end
வரைக்கும் லீடர் போர்ட்ல கீழ இருந்த டீம்ஸ் எல்லாமே மேல வராங்க.
battle is not over for Expand as well as Team Hind, and hopefully Team Hind doesn't get that motivation that or overconfidence that Expand had earlier, and they need to be tactical, a little bit more smarter, I would say.
I mean, they already showcased that they're smart enough to evade fights in the previous map, so I'm expecting them to kind of replicate that in the upcoming one. They've already proven to us that in a lobby where it was filled with some really good firepower teams, they were able to hide away from teams and able to walk away with the championship. And I believe that KD God would love to replicate it and make sure that they create history of back-to-back championships under their belt. Nonetheless, we have still got teams like Expand who are looking phenomenal. Again, they come into the final circle. It's just that they fall short. Luki gets taken down first yet again, and that starts to mount pressure over the rest of the players' shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully from all the teams, all the teams who has been denied, they don't start the infighting, because in situations just like that, especially in that final moment for Expand, you miss that great opportunity. You have more numbers, and it starts to eat up against you. Hopefully they just go for a reset, wait, do the same thing, end in the final circle. But again, it's a lot more challenging this time around, because we're going to a new map. Compared to Purgatory, this is somewhat different. There's a lot of entry and exit that they need to work on. But again, there's still a lot that can be done for them to be able to achieve the champion rush condition. We have one more that's very close. It is Godlike, who only needs 5 points. So one goal for Godlike is make sure that Expand, Autobots Esports, as well as Team Hind got eliminated, and they just grab that 5 or maybe more than 5 points, and wish that no one close enough to that 80 points will be grabbing the Booyah, and then just proceed to the next map.
I'll give you one better. Just Godlike walk away with the Booyah. You're not going to be stopping the rest of the teams from getting the championship for themselves, but also getting a hefty amount of points to make sure that you activate your champion rush condition. So Godlike's mindset is obviously going to be through and through aiming for that booyah. And let's not forget
guys.
that the last time this
Godlike
map was
ஓட
played, that is the third
ஒரு
map if
எண்ணமே
I'm not wrong,
பாத்தீங்கன்னா booyah
Autobots
அடிக்கணும்
walked away with the
அப்படிங்கறது.
booyah. So they
நல்ல ஒரு
already
gameplay
know how to play this
கொடுத்தாங்க.
map. Now they've got an advantage and
தவிர்க்க முடியாத
home ground
ஒரு
condition, to be
knock
frank, in
ஆயிட்டாங்க.
this lobby. And let's see
நல்ல
how
perform
well they
பண்ணாங்க
can
guys.
execute this.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, this is where Autobots did manage to get that back-to-back booyah. It's not that much in terms of elimination points,
Yeah.
but that's where they achieved that champion rush condition. It was just enough for them to reach or exceed 80 points. But the question though is the following matches, it's where they fail. So I don't know. I'm still struggling.
Free Fire
My
India
heart's
is
still
set in a
struggling to
virtual
say that
world, and
Autobots
it's
can
not
take
based on
this.
the real world.
But if they can
Don't
do
worry
it once
if you're
again,
eliminated.
just grab that booyah,
Respawn awaits.
remain silent,
Good luck.
survive. Get
Have-
a few elimination. It's not bad. But make sure that they grab that booyah, then yes, Autobots will make it. Just deny everyone else of being the champions and they will be able to pull off.
I feel that two brains needs to stay calm. One is going to be the ideal Kunal. In the first three games, he always had
Live பார்த்துட்டு இருப்பீங்க பார்க்கலாம். Okay guys, வாங்க நம்ம போலாம். Live பார்க்குறவங்க மறக்காம லைக் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க guys. guys, custom card create பண்ணலாம். லைவ் பார்க்குறீங்களா? லைவ் பார்க்குறவங்க மறக்காம லைக் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க. ஒரு நிமிஷம் guys. லைவ் டேஷ்போர்ட் போய்க்கலாம். டைட்டில் மட்டும் மாத்திக்கிறேன் guys. வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க. Okay, guys. வாங்க ட்ரேட் பண்றேன். இருங்கய்யா. கிளாரிட்டி மாத்திட்டோம். பேஸ் கிடைக்க மாட்டேங்குது. Guys. Okay, லைக் பார்க்கறவங்க லைக் ஷேர் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க. வேர்ல்ட் மேட்ச் ஆடுவோமா ஒண்ணு? ஓகே, லெட்ஸ் ஸ்டார்ட்.
Free Fire India?
I've done this 1,000 times. In virtual reality.
Swing it only when you mean it.
The young Tatsuya knows how to get things done. Medkit for everybody. Enemy near me! I need backup!
First Doom.
இங்க ஒரு பையன்
Help me!
Double takedown.
அடிச்சாங்க guys.
I can take you all by myself. I need nobody. Let's go.
Free Fire.
I've done this 1,000 times. In virtual reality.
Swing it only when you mean it.
Medkit for everybody. Resources here.
தூங்கி எப்படி ப்ரோ ஆட முடியும்?
I need backup!
First Doom.
I can take you all by myself. I need nobody. Let's
Quickie
go
B
again.
conversion for everybody. Enemy very close.
Problem.
I can take you all by myself. I need nobody. Let's go again.
Quickie B conversion for everybody.
FPS கிடைக்க மாட்டேங்குது.
Enemy very close.
KGF உரிக்கிறாரு.
Double takedown.
Enemy very
Triple
close.
takedown.
நம்மளால ஆடவும் முடியல.
I can take you all by myself.
Quickie B conversion for everybody.
லைவ்ல
Let's go again.
நிறைய FPS கிடைக்குது கைஸ். அப்ப வந்து PCலயே போடுறேன். இதே டிவைஸ்லயே போட்டு இதே கஷ்டமா இருக்கு. கில் எடுத்து முதல்ல
Double takedown. Triple takedown.
Enemy near me. I need backup. Thanks.
Double takedown.
பாப்போம். கையில கொடுத்து
Enemy very close.
போயிட்டாங்கயா.
Double takedown. Triple takedown. Quadra takedown. Ace.
எல்லா கிளியும் நானே எடுத்துட்டேன். அது எடுத்துட்டேன். 6 பேர் பாட்டுங்களா தான் இருக்கு.
I may not be a game master, but I am a master of games.
கரெக்டா 10 இல்ல கொண்டாங்க இந்த மேட்சோட யூஸ் பண்ணிடலாம் guys. ஓகேவா லைவ் எண்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். முன்னாடி லைவ் பண்ணா கேம் பிளே ஃபுல்லா வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா பிசில எனக்கு 120 FPS லைவ் எல்லாமே வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா தனியா எங்க லேப்டாப்ல. ஸோ பிசில வேற எதுவுமே ரன் ஆகாது. இதுல ஓபிஎஸ் எல்லாமே ரன் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. அதனால தான் உங்களுக்கு போய் கில் எடுத்துருங்க. மேல இருக்காங்க.
Spotted.
Yeah. மேல இருக்காங்க.
Double takedown.
Triple takedown.
Quadra takedown. Mega takedown.
ஒருத்தங்க கைஸ் போனா
I may not be a game master, but I am a master of games.
லைவ் நினைக்கிறேன். என்ன கைஸ் சொல்றீங்க? லைவ் பண்ணிப்போமா? பை 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 கைஸ். பார்த்தவங்க எல்லாத்துக்கும் ரொம்ப நன்றி. பை.